So hey guys, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel again. As you have read the title, so this video is about how to study physiology in your med school. So if I really talk about the first year of med school, the only subject that determines or that has the potential to determine how you are going to perform throughout the 4 years of your med school is actually physiology. If you have a good grasp of physiology in the first year, then you are going to ace the pathology and pharmacology. Believe me, although pathology is something different from physiology, but if we talk about the pharmacology, 50% of the pharmacology is actually physiology. So if you know physiology, you know pharmacology for sure. And if you know these three subjects, that is pathology, physiology and pharmacology, your 80% of internal medicine is done. So that's why I said if you know physiology, you know everything. Now the question arises how to know physiology actually and how to make a grasp on that subject. Not only knowing the subject but making a grasp on the subject so you are free to go anywhere and do anything about physiology. Now, there are two things. One are the resources that are used for physiology, and second is the approach that you are going to, inculcate and study the subject. So, talking about the resources, there are like many resources in the market, and it's been 5 years since I have done my first year of med school, and what I have observed over this period of time is that as the time as you become old in med school, new and new resources they are going to come in the market, and each resource will have its own pros and cons. So there may be some attractions and there may be some repulsions on the same aspect. So my honest advice is to you is that whenever you choose a resource, keep a thing in mind that this is the resource that are you going to use for the final time, or your during your final exam, whatever you are preparing for, whether it is USMLE or your home country residency. This is a resource that are you going to use for the final attempt or final exam. So by keeping this thing in mind, in your mind, you select the resource, and obviously it becomes super important that the resource that you should select should not be absolutely lengthy, so that it becomes hard to revise or to cover that subject multiple times. So you have to keep a balance that the resource you choose should be understandable, should be explainable, and on the other hand it should not be that lengthy so that you are not going to revise or you are not able to revise. In a nutshell, it should be a balance between explanation and a balance between that page number actually. So the resource that I used in my med school for physiology was this excellent resource, excellent book, which is called as BRS Physiology, and the author was Dr. Linda Costanzo. She is a professor of physiology in somewhere in United States, and some senior, there was some senior who advised me to study this book, and that advice was really helpful, and I used throughout my med school, even in my second year, even in my final year, whenever I had some doubt, say regarding GFR or stuff like that, or some hormonal problems, endocrinology. So this is the resource. Now what are the qualities of that resource? Just look at this page number. It consists, or it contains, total 250 pages. Now just think, 250 pages and you are going to cover the whole physiology. And this resource explains everything. Even if you are preparing for USMLE step 1, the first aid is just 25% of this resource when it comes to physiology. So this resource literally covers everything, and the whole physiology, is just summarized in 7 chapters. You have total 7 chapters and you are going to cover the whole physiology. And also what is important is that you have got subtopics in a really nice manner. You have got flowcharts, and in the end of the chapter you have got questions, and not 10 to 20 questions. There are 40-50 questions at the end of each chapter, and you may you may just go through, and you may find out how much you have grasp on that particular topic, and whether you need to go forward, or to revise that chapter again. So this is the whole scenario of this resource. And also at the end of this resource, there is a comprehensive examinations containing at least 100 questions. So whenever you are done with the whole physiology, just to check yourself, you can attempt that comprehensive examination. So this was the resource. And now if I talk about what is the strategy, or what is the planning with which you can approach studying physiology through the 4 years of your med school. So what I followed was a simple rule that if you don't revise the subject, you will forget everything. No matter how deeply, no matter how sharply you have learned that subject in the first go, you will forget if you don't revise. So there is no point of forgetting physiology in second year, third year, and final year of med school. So you have to revise and revise and revise the subject again. So there is no advice for first year, because in the first year physiology is the major subject, and you are going to read it daily and daily. But what is the thing is that you are going to completely isolate from this subject in second year or third year or final year, because nobody is going to ask you explain the cardiac cycle. But in your mind and heart, you know that you should be knowing cardiac cycle, na? So that is the point. So I will advise you that whenever you study pharmacology in your second year, do revise physiology before attempting to study pharmacology. Let's say if you are doing diuretics and the renal pharmacology, first of all study renal physiology. Study the glomerulus, the structures, the PCT, DCT, and what are the various pumps, and what are the transport mechanism, and stuff like that. Then go and cover the pharmacology section and ace the diuretics. It's just a cakewalk. If you know what is the PCT, what are the pumps that are acting on the PCT, then what is left with studying pharmacology? Only you should know what are the loop diuretics and what are their adverse drug effects. So this is the whole scenario about how to study for physiology in your second year, third year, and fourth year of med school. So with this much in this video, I feel that this video is pretty sufficient to give a grasp or give an idea about studying physiology throughout the med school. For more videos like this, do subscribe to my YouTube channel and keep supporting like you have already been. Thank you so much.